Hey friends, it's Wednesday. It's 2 o'clock, and it means it's Backstage Live with Cindy Rowe, and I have a special guest today. Kellie, how are you?
Hey, I'm doing well. I'm actually enjoying the rainy weather. To be quite honest, so I just kind of sit in my house and open the windows and listen to the rain, and it's super relaxing. So I've been
I,
loving it.
I love it too. Well, at least I love it when I'm in the mood for it.
Yeah, right. And right now I'm in the mood for it, so I can't complain.
Where I'm at today, it must be like a metal roof because when it was pouring, I thought we were in for a scary time. And I'm also seeing, so those that are watching or catching this, my connection is kind of in and out. So if I freeze, I'm not playing a joke on you. So, but, but I'm so excited to chat with you about your business. So we actually connect. I was trying to think back on how we started following each other, but I believe it stemmed back from both of us helping Cancer,
Yeah.
right? Yeah,
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
wonderful group of people. Just love them to death. I love their mission. I love what they do. And I think I don't know if Randall connected us or we found each other through Facebook or whatever, but started following each other. And then you invited me into one of your Facebook groups, which has been a great way to connect with other solopreneurs, entrepreneurs, female and otherwise in our local area. So give our viewers a little scoop on what it is you do and all sorts of stuff about why you started the group and wherever
Yeah.
you want to go from there.
Sure. Okay. So my name is Kellie Mitchell. I live in Beloit, Wisconsin. I run a solo practice. I've been a licensed massage therapist for 10 plus years now, and I stepped out into solopreneur land last October. So it's been like just literally like a year since I left, employee land and made that leap into, running my own business and all that stuff. So it's been a long time coming. So Beloit's kind of like where I live and play. Roscoe is where Meraki Salon and Studio. That's where I practice out of. I have an office there, so that's where my clients come to see me. And really quick before I kind of go into the business, so Cindy was talking about more of like a networking community building group that I created back earlier in January of this year. I'm gonna mute that real quick on my end. So I had broken my ankle back in January, right after the first of the year, and I was out of work for about a month and a half, and leg out on couch, just like not moving at all. And so I had thought about creating this group of women entrepreneurs in the 608 and the 815 communities that really just supported each other in life, in business, with everything in between. And that's what kind of came to life while I was out of work, because I had time to really sit back and reflect and be like, what do you want to create right now? And that was just something that had been on my heart for a while. So I pushed that out into the world, and I just started inviting all these awesome women that I had met throughout the years and the last few months that I admired and looked up to and stuff like that. And I believe we did meet through Randall, maybe a few years ago even. So it's so funny how that works. But so the group is called the State Line Fempreneur Circle, and it is for, women entrepreneurs that just want to support each other through business. A lot of the times what we do is we refer each other. We, purchase from each other. We go to each other's businesses. We, use their services and everything in between. We go for, we look to the group, to the members for help, for guidance, for referrals, for resources. And I don't know what you think the group is, or one of the reasons why you love it, but it is really just a supportive community of women. And that's what I love about it. And I know that what I created is really kind of having a ripple effect, even if I'm not always in the group or very active in the group. That was kind of, my plan and my goal. So, if you're watching, and you're a business owner and a woman, and you like to support other women in the state line, like I would definitely recommend just going over to Facebook and searching the group, the State Line Fempreneur Circle.
Yeah, I'll tag it too after this is done in the comments so people can find it. But it's a great place to know, and it's one of the reasons, similar reasons why I started this. So people know that maybe some of the issues that we're dealing with as entrepreneurs, solopreneurs, female business owners, that we're not in it alone. And maybe somebody else has experienced it and can help us in that situation, or offer guidance, or maybe they are an expert in a certain situation, you know, and can help out. And then, and also, yeah, like you said, referral, like you get to learn so much about what people's business are. And, you know, that's kind of a place I go to first to say, hey, who's here that, you know, does this, or how can I find, or who do you recommend?
Right.
It's like your own girl gang. I know I see those shirts that say, you know, support your girl gang, and that's what I think those women are. And it's great that we're all in the community together. And I know we've had, or you've tried to put together several meetups, and I have unfortunately not been able to attend those, but
yeah,
and when they've happened, everybody is like, oh, that's so amazing. And so we just got to meet face to face just a few days ago for the very first time, which is so cool. You know, and I love things like that, that really connect like-minded people, like-minded women, and are ready to and willing to support people. So your vision came to life, which is awesome. And I appreciate you for doing that in your downtime. So
yes.
You said you're a massage therapist for how long? Quite a while.
It's been 10 years as of this year. Yep. So I graduated in 2011, went to school in Chicago at a more of like a medical massage type school. So yeah, it's been 10 years, which seems crazy because most people think I'm like 21. So they're like, whoa, you're like super. I'm like, I'm not that young actually. But yeah, it's been 10 years, and I've worked in, I mean, any kind of environment you can imagine as a therapist. And it has all led me to most of the time working for someone, you know? And so it has kind of all led me here where I am right now, running my own practice as a solo practitioner, actually getting ready to expand. And I believe that, do you have to wait 10 years to go out on your own? No, not at all. I know plenty of people who are fresh out of school who don't want to work for anyone, who take that leap right away, and it's just a completely different learning curve. But for me, I never, and this is crazy when I say it, is when people used to ask me after school, do you want to open your own business? I would be like, hell no. Like, that's not something I ever wanted to do. Mind you, I was like, I had gone to college for 4 years. I got a degree in exercise science and wellness, bachelor's. Didn't quite know what I wanted to do still. So after that year, I went back for massage because I was getting massages randomly throughout high school as a 3-sport athlete. And so I was like, no, that is way too much, like just way too much work, responsibility. Like I just wanted to go to work. I wanted to massage people, and I just wanted to go home. You know what I mean? And so, you know, some people, you know, running their own business is not what they want to do. They just want to clock in, do their job, come home, not worry about things. And so it's just funny how, like, throughout the years, and, you know, kind of being like a Jill of all trades, of doing all my own stuff for so long, and building my own brand, and being online for so many years, and being in the trenches, I believe that all of that experience has led me to where I am today, where I do feel very confident moving forward, and, you know, taking all of it on, and, you know, ready to, I guess, up level and get to that next level in business. So
what was there something that occurred or happened, or was there a line drawn in the sand that says, screw this, I'm done working for somebody else, I have time to go work for myself, build what I want to build? Was there anything like that, or was it just something that just kind of naturally happened, and you took the leap and just went?
It was, I would say, a combination of two things. So a lot of people don't know that for like probably a few years, actually, I was actually planning on and kind of wanting to get out of this industry. Just I'd been here for so long. I had, done the same thing. I was kind of getting stagnant in what I was doing. I wasn't taking many CEU classes and like educating myself like I should have been. And so I just kind of felt uninspired. And on top of that, it's like financially wasn't making what I was wanted to make, nor did I feel like I should be making, And so that was a big part of it too. And then COVID hit. And I was like, it really makes you really revisit your path and your goals and, what exactly are you doing with your life kind of a thing, right? Like it gave us a lot of time to really think about it. And, at the time when COVID hit, I was still working at a spa and I was off for probably 2.5 months, right? So in the meantime, I was like, okay, let me really sit down and think about this. Like, am I happy what I'm doing? And so an opportunity actually came my way of a new place opening up. And, it was basically an independent contractor position. And I had never branched out and done that before. So I was really interested in the company. And I was like, you know what, this would actually be, I think I'm ready for this, And so it was time for me to make that leap. I kind of talked to my employer and they kind of knew where I was at too with everything that I wanted for myself. And being a very high achiever kind of person and very independent and stuff like that, they understood. It was kind of weird how that happened with like a no compete, and then I couldn't actually start there because it was too close to where I was working. And so I went through a lot of that kind of drama. And then it actually ended up being like a blessing in disguise because Rocky actually had a space open. And, within the month I was transitioned over there. And that's just honestly, before that time, I really wasn't inspired or I feel like motivated to even build something of my own when it came to massage. But within this whole year, 2020, yep. So I'm like, well, what day is it? So October of last year up until now, being on my own has really, like, my direction has definitely changed. My motivation has come back. I've surrounded myself with therapists from around the world. I've really dedicated myself to my craft again, which I just hadn't done in so long. And so it really feels good to like be in this spot right now.
Yeah, it sounded that was almost the jolt you needed to revive things, and you can tell you're passionate about it when I see your posts and hear you speak now. Like you just needed to be almost like reborn, rejuvenated, in what you're really good at. So
yeah,
you just celebrated 1 year, saw that awesome celebration you did. What's next for your practice? Where are you going? What's it look like for the future?
Yeah. So, those are all great questions. Well, as we round out, what are we in the fourth quarter of 2021 here? It's been a year full of testing for me and, building and growing and really getting a set number of repeat clients in. But as being a solopreneur, at least at this point, like which I'm working on. I wear all the hats, right? So I'm the practitioner. I'm working on you in the treatment room. I am the front desk person for my business. I'm the kind of the accountant, not really, but anyways, got to look at the books, right? So marketer, social media person, admin, writing emails and sending out text messages and all that stuff that can get to be a little bit overwhelming, right? So and then doing all my own advertising. So this year I really played around with some Facebook ads that I had never done before. I've done, certain promotions. Right now I'm actually setting up for a vendor event. I haven't done a vendor event since I was like my first job with a chiropractor, right, doing chair massage. So I'm actually getting ready to do a Mom Strong event in Rockford. So it's all the vendors are, moms and who own small businesses. And it's a great nonprofit event that's going to support the pregnancy care. What is it? The pregnancy care something. I don't even remember now that I'm talking. So it's all going to like a really good cause in Rockford for pregnant women. I myself am 25 weeks pregnant today. So I'm pregnant with my first child. And so what that looks like right now is, kind of weaning myself out of the schedule just a little bit, and which is much needed, just mentally, physically, and all that stuff. And getting ready to actually expand the practice, which I'm super excited about, and bringing on like-minded therapists who believe in, what I do and what the mission and vision is of, this business moving forward. So not only am I going to be hiring people to, looking for employees to take my place, but also, I plan on coming back. Like I don't plan on being on forever, but it's kind of just a different role. Like instead of just being the worker bee, the business owner, I'm really kind of stepping up my game and learning everything that I can, and working with a coach right now to guide me on what it is to be like an actual CEO of a company, versus just, kind of chained to my treatment room. And that's the only way that I make money. So that's kind of what I'm working on right now. Getting all the procedures in place, all that fun HR stuff and hiring stuff and all the things that, we have to do. It's not like the fun, glamorous stuff, obviously. I like to be in the room and doing massages, but, as a CEO, this is the stuff that I really have to make sure is streamlined. And, I want to make sure that we are off to a good start, come December. And we were just talking earlier too, that, in the salon, I won't really say salon, in the spa industry, in the massage industry, holidays are probably our busiest time of year, where we can make a chunk of profit, over a few months' time, 1 month, 2 months. And that really helps us out as therapists and solopreneurs. And so I was a little worried going on maternity leave and just not being able to do any of that. And so I do feel a lot better knowing that my clients will be taken care of once I step away, once I have really awesome therapists in there who not only are good at techniques, but are also just like think a lot like me, who, value the same things. And I will feel a lot more comfortable sending my clients to these therapists, for these therapists to keep on being, getting new clients and having their own clients and building their own books and kind of doing all that stuff while I'm gone. And then I can kind of just sit back, take care of a newborn, do my own training, help them grow and stuff like that. So that's kind of where the business stands right now. I myself am a little slower, but it's a blessing in disguise because there's so much I have to do to get ready to, be able to support this new, expansion and restructure in the business to move forward.
It's incredible what you've accomplished in 1 year. So, right, you step away, you start building your practice, and now in 1 year you're talking about growing and expanding, and that's incredible. Like, high five to you.
Thank you. Well, it's funny how
the Mel Robbins high five thing is
yes.
So, but like, you have to be proud and excited about the future, that you are in this place where you can make this happen. And to me, the word that comes to mind is you're a go-getter. Like, you're pregnant and you're expanding your business. Like, holy cow, that's awesome. Like, so, like, okay, I don't know if I shared this with you in our conversation, but I was at the crossroads right before COVID hit on how I expand my business. And then COVID hit, and I was super busy with my clients, helping them pivot and work on a special plan for marketing during that time. And then I got in a funk, and I think a lot of entrepreneurs, solopreneurs, small business owners alike, we all got in a funk. And I knew I didn't want to come out on the other end of COVID not knowing a good direction, or knowing that I didn't take advantage of what might have been a slower period, or it was so different, but it was still
Yeah.
stressful. So I'm still toying with the idea 2 years later on, how do I grow and expand? For me in my business, like I never envisioned my business to be like an agency because I love working with the small business owner. I love having that conversation.
Personal. Yeah. Yeah.
That's why I'm doing what I'm doing. And I love solving their problems. So coming up with the creative solution to whatever their marketing problem is. And I I have a hard time like thinking about somebody else doing that. So I envision it's very similar with you, and you'll be coming back, like you said, right? Like,
Yeah.
you know, uh, but passing on your current clientele to hands that aren't yours, to the personality that isn't exactly yours.
Yep.
Like, how did you get over that? And I feel like it's fear for me. I really do. Like, and I was just listening to a podcast about perfectionism, and that's really fear. and but but I really think that I'm scared of what's going to happen should I expand or hire somebody to help. So
Yeah.
I don't know. Maybe you haven't had the same thought or fear, but how did you get over, or how did you overcome that thought process of I'm not touching, my clients for 4 months, and I assume some of your clients are, repeaters, like every month or whatever.
Yeah.
But they're on their schedule.
Yeah. Yeah.
So I don't know. Maybe share your insight with that on your perspective of your business.
Yeah, no, thanks for asking, because I think a lot of people who might be watching, they might be in my position, and like you too. So I think for me, the fear, it's still there. I've not completely gotten over it. Of course, every single day I think to myself, what if I can't find anyone good? What if this happens? What if my clients don't want to see anyone else while I'm gone? However, on the other hand, which to me guides more of my decision making, is the end, like the lifestyle that I want to live, right? So it's more so like when I think of why am I doing this, it is really to live the lifestyle that I have imagined for years, which is more so location independence for myself. It is, in the past, like my now husband and I, we were just talking earlier, like we've never been on a plane together because, like financially it just, and like with our schedules, like it's just has been really hard. Right. And so now with us going on like a baby moon or like a little thing before the baby comes, like we're like, oh my God, we've never actually really taken a big trip together, so that to me, and being able to do more of that stuff with my family and not, there comes a point where, yes, you are a business owner if you're a solo practitioner, but you still have a glass ceiling. You still have this point of, once you're so busy with clients, it's like, A, you can't take any new clients. B, your business is kind of suffering on the back end because you're always in your room, right? You're always working in the business and not necessarily on the business. So there you are still a bottleneck. Yeah. So you are technically still a bottleneck. And I realize that I'm becoming that slowly. And because I feel like I see myself as more of like a CEO and kind of directing and being the overall like vision and, head of the business versus like being in it and working on people. And yes, I love working on people. I do love working on people. I don't see myself technically quitting that anytime soon. It's more so I let my end goal determine like what's making how I make my decisions. And that's how I come down to, you know what, Kelly, this is what you have to do. If you want location independence, if you want to be able to step outside of these four walls, this is what you're going to have to do. And so once I realized that, I realized we're really never going to get over the fear, but we just have to take that action. And, it's my first time doing this. I might hire someone that's not a perfect fit, but like that's part of the lesson. And that's just something that I'm going to have to go through. And, you know, I can write a book in 5 years and be like, don't do this, you know, like, you know, so, you know, I just try not to put too much stress on myself about it, you know, because we're all human at the end of the day. And, but I made sure I found someone, a great coach and a strategist, and someone who, you know, I really related to, I felt good about, who's done what I want to do. And, you know, I'm just doing the thing, and you're really just hoping for the best. So that's kind of how I release some of that control, is I know that it's one of those things, you know, everyone talks about it in the podcasts and the books. Like, if this is what you want to do with your business, if you want to come outside of your four walls, if you want to hire, you have to be okay with giving up that control. Like, it just has to be something that you are now just used to doing. You have to know that people are going to do it better, more efficient, maybe even faster than you, because you can't do everything. And so I'm just like, you know what? If my shit can get done better, like, I'm okay with that, you know, like I am okay with that. And at this point, like, I'm willing to and ready to invest in that kind of help as well, where I just didn't really know if I was, you know, ready to do that 6 months ago. So it is just kind of a combination of different things. But at the end of the day, like, that's where I see myself, is being able to enjoy my family, being a very family first entrepreneur, and, you know, having those experiences, but also being like a steward in my business as well. So yeah.
That's awesome. So we're getting towards the end, but I have one other question for you. Where you are located right now, is that where your expansion is happening, or are you unable to disclose that, or is there future plans? Or
Yeah, so currently, yes, I am located inside of Meraki Salon and Studio in Roscoe. We're right there on no, just kidding. We're on Williams Drive, so we're across from Kinnikinnick Elementary School, right there in the Main Street Plaza, which I know you know where that's at. And so we're right there, long, you know, brick building, and my room is inside of the salon and studio. Now, currently, yes, I will be, everything will be happening out of that room. So I will not be changing locations, which makes things very easy. And for my, you know, current clients and new clients and stuff like that, you know, future goals would be to have a boutique studio where I'm in my own space, you know, and we can do other things other than just massage. But for right now, massage and body work is really all we're focusing on, and just really making sure that we're profitable before we tackle a huge space. So, yeah.
Awesome. Well, I am excited to see how it all pans out for you. So we're at the end of the program, and I like to give my guests a few minutes to promote themselves up and down, left and right, however you want. We have some exciting things coming down the road. So I'll share your Facebook and Instagram for people, but tell them how to find you, where to see, or how to book with you, all that fun stuff.
Yep. So right now, the best way is to really see me. I'm on social media, like, not all the time, but I do have a very big presence. So Instagram is huge for me, at kelly.yourlmt. Also my Facebook business page, same thing, kelly.yourlmt. And then I'm like, I would say Instagram is like I love Instagram. I'm sorry. I'm in stories every single day. And it's just so fun. Like, I've built just such a cool community, and, you know, people love to see kind of behind the scenes and stuff. And I share a lot of my personal life on there as well. Do you have to if you're a business owner? No, a lot of people choose not to, but that's what I choose to do. That is really what my brand stands for, and that's what I like to share with my followers. And then I am actually not even revamping. It's a completely new website because I am restructuring the business right now. So I will give that to Cindy later. It's not quite done yet. So you can always find me on social media platforms. And then I do have a few specials going on right now. So I did a whole 5 days of giveaways like 2 weeks ago because I was celebrating my 1-year anniversary in small business. So for the month of October, and I think it's more of like just a fall season type of promotion and a special. I've got 2 things going on. So number one, I've got a BOGO sale. So who doesn't love a good BOGO, right? So if you purchase 1 gift certificate at full price, you can get the second one for 50% off. Okay. Wow. So yeah, it's a great deal. You can use these for yourself, or you can use them for someone else, right? So I actually just had an employer. I have a lot of business owners as clients too. So I just had an employer purchase 10 for her business, and she's giving those certificates away for her employees for Christmas.
Oh,
and
awesome.
Yeah, so that was really nice. So she paid for 5, full price, and then the other 5 she got for half off. And then so she was super grateful about that. So I have a lot of people doing that for the holidays. If you just want to buy 2 for yourself and you get the second one half price, that's totally fine. Like, it doesn't matter who you use them for. So that's the first one, BOGO. The second that I have going on right now is if you purchase my mega massage package. So if you purchase 5 to 10 massages up front, which a lot of people are, they're regular. So if they can save any money somehow, somewhere, some way, like, they're going to do it. So if you're regular, if you know that like consistent care is going to help you, like, just think about it. So it's anywhere from 5 to 10 massages. When you purchase those up front, you receive 20% off your grand total. So that's just 2 ways to save some money, before the holidays, and, get more massages and get on the table and have some you time, and, invest in your self-care and like have some Zen moments and do all the things and keep up with that. So
it took me a really long time to enjoy a 60-minute massage. Because I would like sit there and like think about all the stuff I should be doing, and not enjoying what was actually occurring to my body and the relax. I couldn't ever relax fully. And then I think I went to a massage therapist that completely rocked my world, and like I was so relaxed, and it felt so amazing. Mm-hmm. And since then, I've never booked anything less. And then sometimes you're like, wait, it's over? Like, what?
I know.
I know. I want more,
I know. Yes, I get it.
I would be like, just worry about my neck and shoulders and lower back, because that's, what I, where I work, or how, how I work. Mm-hmm. And then when they did my legs once, I was like, okay. I know. You don't know how much, and I know we're kind of like getting a little deep here, but I'm like, you don't know how much your feet take in until you have somebody that knows what they're doing to release that stress, and like how amazing you feel afterwards.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Well, thank you so much, Kellie. It was a pleasure having you on, and you got me thinking a little bit more on my next turn in my business, and maybe get over my fear a little bit. So it was a pleasure. Thank you again, and best wishes with you and your baby coming soon and your expansion. I look forward to watching it all happen on social media.
It's all unfolding as we speak, so you'll be in the loop just like everyone else. So go follow Instagram, go follow me there. Facebook, if you want to go like my page. And I hope you guys just spread the word a little bit about massage.
Wonderful. Thanks, everybody. We'll check you out next week. Bye-bye.